Welcome back to my continuing coverage of CinemaCon 2025. Today I'm going to be talking about the Universal and Focus Features panel. So earlier today they screened How to Train Your Dragon, and I'm not allowed to really go into my review on this film, but I will say that it's spectacular. I will say that it's everything that most of the Disney live action remakes are not, and I think that the casting is spot on. It is a movie that has heart, it has humor, it has action, it has adventure. It is a damn good movie. It is a movie that will make most people excited about going to the movie theaters, and it is a big screen experience. So if you have an opportunity to see this movie on the big screen, I strongly recommend it, and I think people are going to be very surprised by how good this movie is. So just want to share those brief thoughts before I go into the panel. So the panel today, first of all, kudos to whoever on the Universal team decided to do the live orchestra, playing a medley of different iconic Universal movies, the scores from those movies throughout the presentation to open up the presentation really added something to this presentation. It was very elegant, it was very classy, and it got you excited because I don't know how many people have seen like John Williams at the Bowl, or like seen Nightmare Before Christmas with a live orchestra, or saw Across the Spider-Verse with a live orchestra. I highly recommend, if you're a movie fan and you're passionate about a movie or a bunch of movies, you need to try to see that movie or a series of movies with a live orchestra, because that is a special experience. It is really a special experience. And I felt like that was a little version that we got to see today of like hearing the Jurassic Park theme played in real time with the orchestra. It is special. Hearing the Back to the Future music, all of these little things, really, really impressive. So kudos to Universal and whoever the team was who decided to do that, because it really did elevate this presentation. Now, Jurassic World Rebirth was the film that kicked things off. I am a massive Jurassic Park fan. I'm a dinosaur fan. Yes, I am. I was one of those kids who grew up loving dinosaurs, had posters of dinosaurs on my wall. So the first Jurassic Park movie was like a game changer for me. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen that movie, how many times I saw it in the theater. It's way too many. And, you know, Lost World and then the third Jurassic Park movie, you know, for all their flaws, and I know there's a lot of them, they were still good and they were still something that got me excited. Then we had the Jurassic World. And I was not a fan of Jurassic World. And then there was the second Jurassic World, which I know most people really didn't like, but I liked, and I thought it really led into a very interesting idea for the third movie. And then the third movie destroyed me. And I don't mean that in a good way. I mean, it literally made me want to give the middle finger to this franchise and was like, I don't care if I ever see one of these movies again. It was so disappointing on so many levels, and my heart broke. There's no other way to say it. Like, my heart broke when I saw that third Jurassic World movie. And here we are talking about Jurassic World Rebirth. And I have to be honest, either I'm falling for the trap or this is going to be a good movie, because there's just something about it, from the casting to the dinosaurs to the vibe of it. And they revealed today that the original screenwriter who was on the first Jurassic Park movie is working on this, or has worked on this film. So that gives me some hope. And there's just something about it. Like, I watched this trailer today. They released this new trailer, and I got goosebumps watching it. And I should say that I got goosebumps watching the third Jurassic World trailer as well, when they had the original cast members back, and I was like, oh my God, this is the moment that I've been waiting for, and we've all been waiting for. So again, I hope it's Jurassic Park and not Jurassic World, but I'm very excited. I'm it's like I feel like a fool me once, shame on me, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me kind of scenario here. But I think the cast, the director Gareth Edwards, I'm sort of pumped for this movie. I gotta be honest, I'm sort of pumped for it. All right, Gabby's Dollhouse they showed a trailer for this. For those who don't know, I mean, this is really made for not even teenagers, like little kids. I think kids probably from the age of 6 to maybe 12 or 13. I've seen a couple episodes of this show on Netflix. It's very, very popular on Netflix. The movie looks, I'm not the target audience for it, but I have to say, it looked kind of cute. It looked a lot of fun. Yeah, I'll see it. I will see it. Like if I get the press screening invite for it, I'm going to go. Bad Guys 2, on the other hand, I was very underwhelmed by the first Bad Guys movie, and the trailer for Bad Guys 2 does nothing for me. I've seen multiple trailers for it, and I'm just not excited. Just to be perfectly honest. Then How to Train Your Dragon, which I talked a little bit about earlier. They announced that they already greenlit a part 2, which is a good sign, but it also shows that they know exactly what they have here, and they know they're going to have a successful live action franchise to go along with the animated franchise. So kudos to them, and good move on that. There's a trailer for Him, which is a Jordan Peele produced film. It combines sports and horror. Intriguing. Gave me Us vibes at certain spots, but looks interesting enough, looks intriguing, unique, right? And that's something that I yearn for when I go to the movies, is something that looks unique. So I'm intrigued by it. I don't know if I'm going to like it, but it intrigues me enough to get excited about it. Then Nobody 2 trailer debuted, which I don't know if Universal really has a lot of confidence in this movie, but as someone who legitimately loved the first one and had so much fucking fun watching the first one, this looks like John Wick combined with like National Lampoon's Vacation. And I'm not just saying that because they use Holiday Road in the trailer. It seems like that. It's like literally they have a theme park. They go to a theme park in this, and then something happens. I don't want to spoil the trailer if you have, most people haven't seen it, but it looks so fun. And Bob Odenkirk is back, and he's kicking some serious ass. Very, 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 very excited. Focus Features. I got to be honest, I'm a big Focus Features fan. I always celebrate this studio, and there's some stuff they talked about, like a new Daniel Day-Lewis movie, but they didn't show anything about it. There's a Wes Anderson movie coming out that was like, this is a Wes Anderson movie. It feels very Wes Anderson. And I don't know, like I used to be such a Wes Anderson fanboy, but the last couple Wes Anderson movies just haven't done it for me. So I'll see it, but I wasn't really like blown away by anything in this trailer outside of Michael Cera. Like I was like, oh, Michael Cera's in this, and he's doing some weird character. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'll see it from Michael Cera. So that's how I feel about that. There is a new Yorgos Lanthimos movie, which I think most people know that I was not the biggest fan of Poor Things or Kind of Kindness. Neither one of those movies worked for me. I did like his previous outings. Very weird movies, obviously. This guy makes demented movies, but very original ideas. I don't know what to make of this movie from the trailer. I will, of course, see it. It's going to be an awards player. I don't know what's going to happen with it, but I do know that it's going to be an awards player, and it comes out later this year. I believe that title is Begonia. I believe that's the name of this movie. again, very Yorgos. As soon as you see it, you're like, oh yeah, it's a Yorgos movie. Intrigued. Emma Stone's in it. So yeah, Emma Stone's like one of the greatest actresses. So I'm going to see this. Then we got Downton Abbey. Downton Abbey is closing out. It's the final. It's shutting down. No more of these. And the first two of these movies were good. So I'll see the third one to close it out. But that was kind of it for Focus, right? I mean, it's very weird. Like they were sort of like, hey, we got stuff. We're gonna like show 3 trailers back to back, and then it was like, bye. Then we went into the Blumhouse section, which say what you will about Blumhouse, but like Jason Blum is like so passionate. Like, and I know he's in it for the, like, he's such a money guy. He's such a business guy, but I just love the energy that he brings. And I remember so fondly so many times that I've run into him at like Sundance and I talk to him and he's always like doing something on his phone, editing a movie, watching the trailer for a movie, whatever it is. But he's a very likable guy. I really like him, and he has this great presence. And he came out wearing the Freddy costume from Five Nights at Freddy's. And, I think everyone in the film space is one of the rare movies that most of us all agree on, was that the animatronics in the movie looked fantastic. That whole aspect of it, the atmosphere of the movie was great. The performances and the story left a lot more to be desired. There wasn't much shown about part 2, but, I'm going to see it. I didn't think the first movie was bad. Like, I thought it was fine. Like, I just thought, like, the story should have been better. It should have been better for how much hype this franchise has. But overall, I was fine with it. And I think the second one will probably be equally as fine. The Black Phone 2 looks very good. Very, very good. Captures the same vibe as the original, but it seems like a lot of this is clearly not going to be in a basement somewhere. It's out in the world. It seems like it's out in the wilderness. Very intrigued by this. Can't wait to see it. I was a big fan of the first one. And then Megan 2.0, which truthfully, no one, like, we're going to be real, right? Like, nobody expected the first Megan to be as fun as it was, right? Like, we're really going to be honest about that. When you saw the trailer for Megan, you were sort of laughing at it instead of like, oh, I'm laughing at this because this is fun. Like, you were laughing at it like, this is freaking ridiculous and there's no way this is going to work and this is going to be a disaster. And with a January release date, it's like doomed. But then you saw it and you were like, wow, this is actually legitimately funny. It's legitimately entertaining. And we all had a great time with it. And it went on to make a ton of money. So Megan 2.0, I'm like, how are they going to do this? They're going to recreate the magic. How are they going to do this? And I will say, the trailer that they showed, they found a really good way to make it different. And I'm all here for it. I really am. I mean, I love that they're continuing on using a song that they really kind of want you to sticks to your mind when you hear Megan. It's a Britney Spears song. And it looks so much fun. I really was not expecting this movie to look as fun because the teaser trailer, it's just kind of like Megan dancing. And I'm like, okay, we've seen this before. But this really, really kind of builds to something, and I'm excited about it. Then something that I'm not too excited about is Soulmate, which, when he started explaining what this movie was, I was like, oh, Companion? Which, like, just came out earlier this year and didn't do all that great? And then I saw the trailer and I'm like, oh, this is like a less interesting version of Companion. And again, I shouldn't say that without seeing the film, but it's the vibe that I got from the trailer. And I think for us in the film world, or for us who are critics, entertainment journalists, it's going to be very hard to kind of say, do you want to see Soulmate without thinking about Companion or comparing the two movies? They just seem very similar in like a guy wants a dream girlfriend, so he gets one delivered. The big difference, I think, between Companion and Soulmate is that there's a very strong female story arc in Companion that I don't really see in Soulmate from the trailer that I saw. But maybe, just maybe, it might be good. I don't know. I will not judge the movie based on the trailer, but I will just say that the trailer left more to be desired. Then, finally, to close out this, the movie that I've been waiting for, the footage that I legit got teary-eyed watching, and that is Wicked for Good. No surprise to anyone, I loved John M. Chu's Wicked Part 1. And I saw that movie, I think, a total of 4, maybe 5 times in the theater, which is something that I don't do anymore. I mean, growing up, I would see so many movies repeatedly in a theater. But nowadays, maybe twice, like, is the most. And that's a rare occurrence. Like, I'm talking like maybe like 1 or 2 movies a year. So for me to see this movie 4 times in a theater, like, means that it's special. And I'm going to take back something. If anyone was watching the awards buzz predictions that when we were going through them throughout awards season, we kept talking about Wicked and its possibility of winning Best Picture. And everyone's like, oh, the second half. And we all kind of had this conversation. A lot of people still are having this conversation that, the second half of Wicked is not essentially the strongest elements of Wicked. But just based on this trailer, I'm going to take everything. I'm going to take it all back. I'm going to take it all back. And I'm going to say that this trailer looks so good. And the movie looks so much darker and looks somehow even more emotional than the first part, that I actually can see this. And again, I didn't see it yet, but again, it's going to be a major awards player. I know a lot of people were like, oh, Wicked will probably not be nominated for anything else besides below the line stuff. Clearly that was proven wrong when it got nominated for Best Picture and Best Actress and Best Supporting Actress, and John M. Chu better get a director's nomination this time. No question from the Academy. Like, that needs to happen. But this is going to be a major awards player, if not as big as the first one, and maybe even exceeding it. So I'm taking back everything that I said just based on this trailer, and that should tell you something about how good this trailer was. It is chock full of emotion. The music, again, is just dynamite. The visuals, the story arcs. I'm so blown away by this. And again, I think so many of us had our doubts as Broadway fans who watch Wicked, and they were like, they're never going to do this right. And again, I've said this online on Twitter, believe in John M. Chu. And honestly, when he told me that he loved Wicked so much and that he didn't want to screw things up, I mean, he kept to his word, and I think he really has elevated this material. I mean, I saw it in December again on stage in New York, and I have to say that there are elements of the movie that I actually think are superior to than the stage version. So I am so excited for this movie. It's something that I know people are going to be like, Scott, shut the hell up, stop talking about Wicked, but I literally got teary-eyed watching this trailer, and I am so excited for people to see this movie. I am so excited to see this movie. And I hope it becomes the same kind of success story that the first one was. And it kind of goes all the way this time. I really want it to go all the way. And I'm so looking forward to seeing more footage from this. I want to know what the original songs are. There's some great music showcased in the trailer, but man, that was a great way to end that panel for me, was to walk out like, oh yeah, Wicked, for Good is coming out in November, and it can't get here soon enough. So that was the Universal panel. Overall, I would actually say that this was probably the strongest panel so far at CinemaCon 2025. It moved. It had a lot of excitement. It had a lot of star power. And then that live orchestra, I mean, that really elevated the presentation. And it's just so classy and elegant. I can't reiterate that enough, but so good. Favorite panel so far. Obviously, I have to come back, talk about the Amazon panel in a few minutes. And then I will cover day 4 tomorrow. Cover that, and that's going to be Paramount and Disney. So I'll be back with some more coverage from CinemaCon 2025. See you soon.